Right guys, welcome back to the channel. What we're going to be doing today is playing a game of Odd Man Out, right? Yes, there's ladies involved, so it's not just men, but you know what I'm getting at here, right? So it's basically catching the liar out, see if you can suspect them, and see how close you can get to judging the person, right? Reading right through their minds, right through their eyes, and seeing, I'm telling you, we're getting this, guys. We are getting this. So, here we go.
We want to feature you in an intro, so stick around till after the video to find out the rules.
Enjoy in the meanwhile.
I see so many people who are using government assistance.
So 6 Trump supporters versus 1 secret hater. So I need to try and read, right, how they're going to talk.
To go to Disneyland. That's not what it's for. It's so that you can make America great again.
Hand movement.
We brought together 7 Trump supporters.
I am a Trump supporter.
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 1 is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
So I think we should say why we support him, since assuming we all do. Okay. So did you want to start?
Sure. I'm supporting him because I'm a dad.
I support him because record unemployment rate at all-time low, stuff like that.
When people lie, they tend to like touch their face.
I really love how he's a Christian and he loves Jesus and God. He's actually the only president in history that's
Quicker, because we have like 6 people. Okay, go.
I support him because he follows the Constitution.
I support him because I feel like we...
That other guy, what's his name? Let's go back a wee bit. Yeah, it's this guy right here, right? He looked a wee bit suspicious because he wasn't making eye contact. He was, no, Lassie was right, he was doing a lot of this. But he gave a lot of reasons, as if he was trying to prove a point to something that he doesn't believe in, right? But he's a contender for me right now. The big man at the start, isn't he? He is, right?
the only president in history that's
Quicker,
fast forward a wee
yes,
bit.
is the reason. Is my reason in all
Same
facets.
here. He's done a lot for the country.
So she was right next to me and she didn't necessarily cut me off, but she seemed just very nervous. She didn't sound like she believed what she was telling everybody.
Okay, my faith informs my voting, simple as that. And second, my dad has been in the Marine Corps for 30 years, and so vet support is really important to me.
Right. Wow. I definitely don't think it's this lassie at the very end. I don't think it's the guy with his hands in his pockets, the big man at the start with the specs. I don't think it's this big guy here. I think it's either the second guy that spoke, the guy that was talking a lot, or I think it's this lassie.
Going into the first speed round, because you know that everyone has assumptions about how you...
So it's interesting to try to read everything from body language to what they were actually saying.
I voted for Sierra in the first round. I thought she was the mole because of her look, her dyed hair, and how she initiated the conversation.
I think it was the combination of my nerves and because I was wearing
She
crop
seemed
top
confident.
and
I genuinely
it's
don't
not so
think it was her enemy.
conservative. And I had a piercing out earlier.
Raise your hand if you have any doubt and you would like to continue the game.
Everybody's going to vote in 2020?
Yes, absolutely.
Does everybody have a favorite for 2020?
I'm voting for Trump.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm proud to cast my vote for Donald Trump.
President Trump, yes.
Trump here.
I think I made people focus on me because I didn't know if I don't know if I would vote for him again. I think that if someone better does come along, I don't want to just automatically say he'll forever have my vote. I just want to clarify, just in case you guys don't think that I support him, because I totally do. But I am curious that one of the major things right now is immigration. So what is your guys' stance on immigration?
Well, I'm a second-generation American on both sides. So my dad's parents immigrated from India, and my mom's from Mexico. So I think this country would be nothing without immigrants at all.
Yeah, I grew up in California. I've seen the demographics change, not often for the good. You know, there are many homeless Americans and veterans. They're homeless on the streets, and yet we spend tons of taxpayer money to support illegal immigration. You know, we have a constitution, and if you can't respect our laws, you know, it's better that you don't come.
Keith, you knew he was a Trump supporter. It flowed.
Where do you get your news?
I don't watch any cable news at all.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, like more specifically like Joe Rogan, because he usually has people like Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, along with people who like are more leftist.
Did you see Alex Jones on Joe Rogan when he was on
I
there?
think he's like wild.
Yeah.
So
That's where I get my most of my information from, Infowars and Alex Jones.
Oh, these are really informed.
Right, that guy is very, very suspicious. He's definitely not a Trump supporter. He looks like he's latching on to a lot of information that everyone else is talking about. But I'm still going to stick by it. If I'm going to give one final answer for a prediction at the end of this video, it's definitely that wee guy there, Zacharias, if that's how you say his name.
Informed people here.
You got to be on top of your game if you're going to ever talk about politics with anybody.
I want to bring up in the next
if you want to know the truth, you have to look at both sides to understand, you know, what's going on.
Maybe he's just introverted, but to me, he didn't seem like he was actively engaged in the conversation.
I voted out Mike because I wanted to assume that not all white men are Trump supporters.
I was thinking it was the first person. I said, oh, she's gone already, so why am I, you know, it's making it more difficult for me.
Right, so the big
I
man's
was
voted
wondering
out.
how the silence was
I
going to
still
play.
think
I now know.
he is a Trump supporter proper.
So like what would you say to the people who are going to think negatively of you as a Trump supporter?
Well, I think the first thing is that no matter what side you stand on, President Trump has reinvigorated our democratic process.
You know, they say, well, he's a racist. I say, well, you just ask them, the people who believe that. You say, well, what's racist about his policy?
Just because of my support, it discredits who I am as a person, or like they're not willing to listen because it's like, yeah, it's really, yeah.
Like in college, because I'm pro-life, I'm discredited from everything. So, oh, you're Catholic, you can't have an opinion on this. We already know what your opinion's going to be.
It's like, we could talk about it. We don't need to fight about it. Just have a conversation. Your next door neighbor probably supports Trump and you don't
I love how he's giving the power back to the people. You know, the elites have held it for so long, and they're still fighting to like keep, you know, stay in power. But I think it's really divine, and you know, God's hand is in it. Jesus Christ.
I have a question probably for the next segment if we have another one.
Right, another bit of suspicion kicking in here. So the wee guy again, Zacharias, if that's what he's called. Not only is he touching his face a lot when he's talking, what he's doing is he looks like he's latching onto different aspects, talking about God, talking about Jesus, talking about all that kind of stuff, trying to link into Trump himself. So I still think that it's definitely him that is the odd man out. He's the secret hater because he looks as if he's got no passion when he talks about Trump, so he clearly doesn't support him.
Zach made himself seem too suspicious because he had his American pin flag. I thought maybe he was trying too hard.
So we have a tie. So we're going to do a revote. The tie is Zach and Natalie.
Honestly, I was kind of baffled by it.
I wasn't really surprised just because, like, I don't fit the look of somebody who supports Trump.
I think I voted for Zach because I didn't want to vote for Natalie, which is probably why I voted for Trump. I didn't want to vote for Hillary, so I voted for Trump.
Yeah, I have a question though. I'm curious, you know, because, you know, obviously you guys are like of millennial age. How do you define conservatism?
The current narrative of the left is creating a sort of victimhood. And what I find on the right is that there's a huge victor mentality. It's all how hard do you want to work to get your life to a certain point. I wouldn't even use like the label for myself. Even registered, I'm independent.
It's deregulation and providing the opportunity for everyone to make the best for themselves, not to be provided the best, not to have oversight financially so that you're obligated to someone else. Because my dad came from absolutely nothing, did his national duty, and built a life for himself. And I was able to go to college because of it. Like, I went to school on the GI Bill from him.
I see so many people who are using government assistance to go to Disneyland. That's not what it's for. It's so that you can build yourself up and make America great again. It's like, if I'm going to work and my dad's going to work the hours that he does and not be home so that he can provide for his family, it's only fair that he gets to see that money.
Just really quickly, because I know this round is going to end. So you said that you wouldn't necessarily, you're not for sure casting your vote for Trump in 2020. Is there if you had to vote for a Democratic candidate right now?
As of right now, I don't see that person, but I just am not sure. I support him now as a president, and in 2016, it's not to say that I wouldn't. It's just whoever.
This is like getting really hard.
That's why I didn't want another round.
She talked a lot more than Catherine did, so there's a lot more opportunity for me to like find holes.
I didn't want to vote anybody out. I just felt like everyone was honest, and so I was just like, I don't even think Mike is still in the game, but I wrote his name down.
Raise your hand if you would like to keep playing the game. If the lights around you turn red, the mole is still in the square and you guys lose.
This is a moment of truth, guys.
Agreed. You have voted the mole out and you win. Ready? Can I have the mole, please? Step forward.
Danger.
I am the mole.
I really thought I was going to win.
All
Just
right,
look quite
young lady.
polite, you know.
Congratulations.
You did a great job. She did a great job.
I don't consider myself a Republican in any way. All of my positions are pretty progressive. I'm super happy to have had this dialogue. I think that
Thought I'd done that as well,
this
but
experience has taught me that a lot of the people who are Trump supporters, like Sierra for example, go back and forth on what they believe and are asking themselves tough questions.
Everyone has a story to tell, and everyone's voices should be.
well, that was tough. Definitely would do one of these videos again. It's good to try and read people in these videos, but obviously it didn't work out that good in that one. She was quite a silent assassin. Got up here smiling with that money in her hand. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys, and that's pretty much it.